The
Elitist
Pizza
podcast.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, so the Invincible review. Um,
Episode one
I
through three.
liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot as well.
Episode 1 through 3.
I it moved a little bit faster than I thought it would, but I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Because the episodes were also way longer than I thought they were gonna be. Thought it was gonna be like 30,
yeah,
20, 30 minutes, which both of those things very welcomed, by the way. I usually find myself on my phone a lot when I watch TV. I was glued to the TV the entire time. I really enjoyed those first three episodes. Was pleasantly surprised that they dropped all three of them at the same time. Your thoughts?
I think that yeah, they kind of come out with a twist right in the beginning, and I remember us talking about it beforehand, and you said, "Oh, it's kind of cool. They have a twist to the whole thing," and I was like, "I have no idea what this guy's talking about," and they really kind of get you hooked in the beginning. Something that I kind of like. Let's see, I, I don't know if I really like the alter ego stuff. Um, I'm
Uh,
not. I've never really been a big fan of that with superheroes. But I feel like it feels very Spider-Man-y.
yeah, I think that's I feel like that's what they were going for.
Feels
Um,
like.
I also, by the way, I also love
Mhm.
the alter ego thing. It just adds a lot more depth to a lot of characters. Instead, they have different personalities when they're,
Mhm.
but that doesn't matter. But yeah, it was very Spider-Man-y. I remember, especially episode one, and most of the parts where we're seeing just Mark, the main character. Um, Not for you, obviously, but you know that. But when we're seeing Mark, most of the time, it felt like those coming of age movies, especially that first episode. It felt like a coming of age movie. Those movies where
Yeah,
they're like,
they feel like
you
a
know,
coming age movie.
yeah, it felt like that. Especially like some of the song choices and the soundtrack. I was like, yeah, I'm really. It was like towards the end too.
Yeah,
Of the first episode, I was like, man, I feel really good. I got a big smile on my face, and then it was like, oh yeah, nah, playtime's over. No more fun for you. um,
yeah.
but I did like the
So
the
I mean, I would.
tonality of the parts where it's mainly Mark. I think it fits. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is something that they say like when you first open up is that this is a mature thing, and I mean, I think that like you'll probably be fine going an Bible pounder. I mean, they swear and they like kill each other, but it's usually. I mean, it's not like more. It's not like a Quentin Tarantino movie or anything. It's animated. Um, which I liked. I felt like that if I feel like that when comic book, not I guess it is comic book movie, but when superhero stuff tries to be family friendly, I feel like something is lost there. I don't. It's not as entertaining for me, and I like that in this series they didn't really even try. Like they're good people and stuff, but they have kind of drama. Like there's like one of the guys on like one of the superheroes. He's kind of like just a douchebag,
Yeah.
and like he cheats on his girlfriend and stuff, and that just feels more realistic, and it's welcomed
I also do
in my book.
think. I also do think that it depends on the character, right? You can't have Spider-Man just being super edgy or Superman, as we've seen with my
Yeah.
favorite Zack Snyder. An edgy Superman just doesn't work. But
But I mean, like Spider-Man, like the violence in Spider-Man, right? Like if Spider-Man flings, like somebody gets flung, and like the villain flings a guy, and then the guy's like his brains, you know, crack open. That would still work,
it
even
would
though
work. But
Spider-Man's a
there's
good
no
guy
point.
and he's not edgy.
There's no point in making an edgy Spider-Man movie. He's not inherently like his
Yeah,
world is not inherently edgy. So it'd just be like
yeah,
you're
that's
having
true.
somebody's brain leaking all over the floor for no reason. Same thing with Super.
I think
Although
that's true.
with Superman, it's kind of different because it's like he'll probably just catch the guy. But with Spider-Man, it's just like Spider-Man's a lot of his stuff is a lot more like cartoony violence in a good way.
Yeah.
Marvel, Marvel does that on purpose sometimes, where
Hmm.
they haven't he's about 28 in the comics. They won't let him age up. They don't even they won't let any
Yeah,
right.
30-year-old Spider-Man would be weird.
Yeah, I mean he was like 28, so it's close enough. But they won't let any
40-year-old
writer
Spider-Man.
they won't let any writer like um show or artist rather show him drinking beer because they want to keep him more youthful. Um, which I guess kind of works, but it would have been really weird as a fan of the Invincible comics to see it like family friendly, especially with a lot of the stuff that goes down. It's like
Hmm.
it just literally it cannot work. It just can't. Um, and we haven't even gotten close to some of the worst stuff that's probably gonna happen down the line. Um, it just even the
Yeah,
first episode, there's
I
no
mean,
way it
yeah,
could be family
exactly.
friendly. You know, with the what is he like? You know, you can't do that some of those scenes family friendly. But I like how some of the battles, you like you were saying, with these superhero battles, villain slams a dude on the ground. I mean, it's a comic book and it's some of them are kid friendly. It's like, oh, his brain's not. But realistically, like that dude probably would like explode, and they show that like
Yeah, like
realistically, if like some dude with super strength punches somebody and they're like a regular dude, their chest will cave in or
they're
something.
just going through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And they do
like
they
you
do a good
ever,
job of
you've
making it
ever.
realistic without trying to be. My thing that I don't like with Zack Snyder sometimes and other comic book people who are adapting comic books is that they think that realistic means edgy and it doesn't. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Um, and
exactly.
Invincible does a good job of walking that line. Obviously, there's just some things in there that's just gonna be edgy. Like there's murder. Um,
It's
and
almost like it's edgy, but the tone isn't edgy. It's
right,
like the actions are edgy, like it's like, oh, let's go kill these people, but like the tone is the same as like a normal superhero thing. Like it's still really colorful, and they're still like having fun doing it. So it
right,
doesn't feel as edgy.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like there, there is no real relationship between edgy and realistic. That's not. It doesn't mean the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't go around sulking all the time. I mean, obviously, I don't have superpowers, but I don't think if people did, they would. Some people obviously, some people deal with things different ways, but edgy does not always mean realistic. I think,
Yeah.
and again, Invincible does a great job of walking that line, and I like that when we're looking at different characters' perspectives, the tone of the show changes. With Mark, all his parts, especially when it's him and not like his father or anything, it's like a coming of age movie. It's like one of those coming of
Hmm.
age movies. He's learning how to be a man, a Superman, um, superhero. He's learning how to do all this stuff, and it puts a smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie, I had a big stupid grin on my face watching the show, and then with some of the other characters, it gets obviously a little bit darker, and then with um,
It's almost like a political drama with like the Pentagon and stuff, like with the government.
yeah,
That's almost like a political drama, and then I didn't think about it like that. Or it's really just like a classic like slash and thrash. Whenever you have like the action fights,
hmm
like in the first episode, it's like half of its fights, and I was very happy about that. And I thought they looked pretty well. They looked pretty good.
yeah. I'm glad they chose to
Um,
do animation as
did you
well.
want to talk more about the theme?
No, 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 I'm good. That was just a little thing. I'm glad they went with animation as well. First, when I heard about it, being a big
Yeah.
Invincible fan myself, I wanted a movie, but like the first two episodes would have broken the budget for any movie, um, easily. Especially
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
second, especially the second one.
Yeah.
What they were doing in that, like that would have been the movie. The first like three episodes would
Yeah.
have been the movie, and they would have broken the budget. So I think
It
animation's the
would
right
have even
choice,
been
and the
that cool.
animation's very clean most of the time. Um,
I
so
thought it looks like they did like it's really obvious that they use like a computer for it,
right,
and that's fine, I guess. But sometimes you can tell like they slide on like a perfectly straight line, or it's it's weird because it almost looks like that it's not really that smooth. Like if you look at animation from like the '60s,
hmm
where like they really like it looks really smooth. On this one, sometimes it's like
yeah,
that's kind of a little exaggerated, but it was kind of like the frame rate was slow, but it wasn't.
yeah,
I don't know how to
and
describe it. Like it was
no,
a little choppy.
no, I get what you mean. I you get a lot of that with anime too. A lot of the ones that are drawn
Yeah.
done on computer, it's like that kind of choppy. But when it, you can tell like a really good anime is gonna be like hand drawn. You know, it takes forever, but um, it the quality is almost always better. And I do
Yeah.
agree with that. The animation could use some work. We can go to some stuff we kind of didn't like about the episode if you want to about the episodes. For me, one of the things I didn't. There's not a whole lot that I'm like, ah, it sucks, or anything. Like it doesn't suck. It's a problem with everything. Even when we get around to making our content, it's probably gonna be like that too. But I have an issue with a lot of stuff with dialogue and my thing good dialogue to me is just stuff that people would say and like half the like not half
Yeah.
but like I'd probably say like a quarter of the stuff that they say in the show is like they're like those are not sentences people would actually say out of their mouths. I
Like
don't
what?
um so I don't want to get into like spoiler territory because they're fighting. So Mark and Eve were fighting that somebody um and he was like he said something about Eve's costume, and she was like, "I thought
Oh
you
yeah.
were this and this," and he was like, and he was just listing off his accomplishments and all that, all his degrees and stuff, and I was like, I don't believe that anybody would say that.
Uh,
Or maybe it's
yeah. A
not an
lot
issue
of
with
yeah.
what they say, but it's like an issue that like I don't believe it enough. Maybe
That's true.
you could probably they could probably have somebody saying their whole catchphrase being "I'm going to poop on myself." But if you make it believable, maybe it's not something that somebody would say. But if I believe that this character would say it, then then I guess
Yeah.
it works. So it's not part of it is stuff that good dialogue to me is stuff that people would actually say, but also if it's not stuff that people would actually say, something that I believe the character would say, not even from a perspective of reading the comic book, just like from the little bit that I may know from the characters from properties that aren't tied to anything, or just from the world they're trying to build. It's just like I don't believe that the characters would say some of this stuff. It's not a big gripe. I have this gripe with like almost everything, um, and it comes off.
That tends to bother me a lot. Like, especially when it's expository. Like, there's so many like murder. Like, I've watched some crime dramas where like they find out
Uh-oh.
that'll poison someone in 12 hours, and you'll never know. You know, the audience, and I, that bothers me a lot too.
Yeah. But I think it's something that I'll probably, we'll get used to it as the show goes on. And it's not like they don't do it a lot. It's not like a lot of stuff they say um, is all that bad. Obviously, I don't have any too many big gripes because the show just started. But it's actually it surprised me a little bit. It's a lot. I don't want to say a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I figured it was gonna be pretty good, but I didn't think it was gonna get this good this fast. If that makes any sense. Again, that just comes with
Yeah, I get you.
us not knowing that the episodes were all three dropping at once, and us not knowing that they were going to be the length that they were going to be, which were both pleasant surprises and made me quite happy. And they still found a way to surprise me. Um, it's been a while since I've read the first volumes of Invincible. I haven't read the very first one, which is this season's based on. I haven't read the very first volume of Invincible since I was in like eighth grade. So there's some stuff I just don't remember happening, which is fair, which is good. I don't plan on going back and reading it just because the show's already out,
Hmm.
which is good. I'm like that they can catch me by surprise with some stuff. Um, Anything else you want to say before we get into spoiling this entire show for everybody?
Yeah, well, we should give our reviews,
Oh yeah, our rating. That's right.
like the number rating. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we
So
doing?
I'm gonna give
One
it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I don't know if you're joking, but I actually
I
agree
think
with you.
that it's no, I'm not.
I can never tell
Like 10
anymore.
out of 10 would be like it's legendary,
Yeah, yeah.
but
It's not
but 9
quite
out of
there.
10 it's really good, and there's very few flaws with it.
Yeah, I would agree. First,
Watch this.
yes, absolutely. I've been trying to. I've literally told multiple people I will pay them to watch this show. I mean, like a couple dollars to watch the first episode, because I know if you watch that first episode, you're in. So go ahead, And then the rest of them obviously keep you in as well. So go ahead and watch Invincible. All across all three, 9 out of 10s. I don't even think individually I would rate any of them lower. Maybe episode 3 is like an 8.5, but that's the lowest I'd probably go. Maybe an 8. If I'm really be,
Yeah.
but um, that's like that would be most shows' dream. So um, really great first 3 episodes. Really great
Really great.
first impressions. Definitely going to get you hooked if you watch the show. I don't know how you can be a functioning human being, watch the first episode, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna drop this show. Um,
Yeah.
if you watch the entire thing, I can see how
All
you
right.
watch it and be like, oh, this is like a Spider-Man, Superman, love child coming of age story. I don't want to watch this anymore. But if you watch the entire first episode, I think you'll be hooked instantly. So please go watch Invincible. Go support it. The last thing I'd want, which I don't think is gonna happen, but the last thing I'd want is for yet another great show to be canceled because people don't watch it.
Yeah. Well, and if you want to know why, stick around for our spoilers
Yeah,
section.
yeah.
Okay. So let's just get into it. I mean, like at the end of the first part, like I was starting to like the fish guy too. I was like, I like this guy. I like how he's like weird. I like how he's like lonely. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I think like because he was sitting there in like his underwater fish lair, and then he gets called up to like the trap by Omni Man, and well, okay, so no, back up. So Invincible's dad. Let's just tell the story, so that way if
Gotcha.
you haven't seen it, then you'll get an idea. So it starts out with like the Avengers, pretty much the global
The Guardians of the
protection.
Globe.
What is it called? Global
Guardians of the Globe.
Guardians of the Globe. Like they're protecting the White House from this attack by these two like one of them's a clone, and I thought that was cool. So there's like these
Oh yeah,
two big blue guys,
their
and
banter,
they
by the
like
way,
banter at each other.
is my favorite thing
Yeah,
in the show. Sad that well, it happened, but it was pretty lit.
yeah.
It was fun. It was
But
funny.
it's like they like yeah. So they say, oh, I'm obviously the real one. You're the clone. That's why I'm able to do this, and you're too stupid or you're too weak. But so they're attacking the White House, and like the Guardians of the Globe come in, and there's like a flash. There's like a flash. One of the girl, I thought she was like Thor. I'm not crazy, right?
No,
There's a woman. She was kind of like Thor.
she's more to me like a mix between Wonder Woman and Big Barda. Yeah, you don't know who Big Barda is, but um they're she reminds
Well, I
me
think
of
she's
both of
like
them.
Thor.
Well, I mean Wonder Woman's kind of like Thor. I
She's
didn't
got like
really.
the hammer.
Yeah, Big Barda has like a weapon like that too. That's why I think she's more of a mix of
Chalice.
Big Barda and Wonder Woman. But go anyway, and then
But and then so they're protecting the White House, and then Omni is the protagonist's dad, and he's just like he's just Superman, um, without the sun thing, and so you just think, okay, so this is just like a normal thing, in Invincible or the protagonist Mark Grayson,
he doesn't.
he doesn't have his powers, and it's like, oh, you're gonna get your powers later,
Hold on, one thing.
and like, okay,
Sorry. I want to point out in that battle, um, I didn't catch it, but like, well, I kind of caught it. I kind of thought about it, like now. You can like when you think about it after the events that transpire at the end, you think about it, they kind of already hinted at Ultraman. I mean, not Ultraman. I call him Ultraman so many times. Omni Man being the strongest out of all of them, just with the ease that he's doing some of the stuff at, and when he's
yeah, he
fighting
doesn't
those,
seem like he tries that hard.
yeah, and everybody else is like kind of struggling. Even the Immortal, um, it's the guy who looks like I always say he looks like I can't say that, but he has got like the beard. He also looks like Ultraman. I mean, he also kind of is like Superman. He can fly, has like super
Oh
strength.
yeah, he's like blue or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Immortal. Um, he's even that guy. He's stronger than him. It already immediately hints at him being stronger than everybody else. But go ahead.
So and then I don't they like set up some minor plot lines like with a love interest and stuff, but it's not really that. I don't really think it's that important
Yeah,
to talk
Amber.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then at the end, Omni Man like kills everyone on the he like ambushes them. He like calls them up to like they have like an emergency wristwatch. Okay, it's an emergency. I got to go to the Shield helicopter or whatever aircraft carrier in the sky. They have like their main command base, and he goes there and then he ambushes them and just kills them all in like this brutal way. And then you're just like, what? And it's still not explained. I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
But so this was my after that worked. I was like, this is my theory because the explanation is that what's his people called?
The
Omni Man's people,
Viltrumites. Viltrumites.
Viltrumites. So he explains that the Viltrumites, they just when they go out, they have these ridiculous powers, these Superman powers, and they go to each planet to like help them out.
Right.
And, and after that, I was like, this was my hypothesis. I don't know if this is true. This we'll probably find out. I'm sure you already know. But my idea is that the Viltrumites, they're actually evil, and their plan is to make each planet weak by the Viltrumites being their only like hero or their strongest hero. That way, at some point in time, and the job is to kill all the strongest heroes. And that way, at some point in time, the Viltrumites or some other organization can take over the universe because there won't be any heroes to like protect the planets. I have that was just what I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so that helps into episode 2, where we have like the aftermath of like the defenders of the globe not being a factor in it, and Invincible is kind of getting better at flying, and he's flying around, and then all of a sudden there's this attack. Which does he live in New York, or is it just like not New York?
I can see. Can't. So there's some
Looks like
stuff I
New
don't
York.
remember. We'll go with New York. I don't know.
He lives in Hong
Some stuff I
Kong
can't
or
remember.
something. It looks like New York.
Yeah.
He lives in New York or whatever, and it's like this portal opens up, and like these beings come inside to invade from like this other dimension, and I was like, that's it. Like, Omni Man was preparing for the invasion. Like, Omni Man was trying to take out the superheroes so that way they could invade. Like, he was working with those beings from another dimension, but it didn't end up being the case. And it's like the time works differently for them, so like time works faster for them,
Yep.
or
And
something like that.
yep.
And
And
so they end up aging, and
yeah.
they
And
keep coming
that's
back because they can develop new technology.
yeah. And then that's where we're introduced to Eve, um, robot. What's her name?
Guy,
No. What's her name? That girl who
the
multiplied.
robot,
Something Kate. No, I know robot's
duplicate,
name. Duplicate
duplicate,
and Rex Exploder. Yep, Rex Exploder. There we go.
Exploder. Yeah.
And we're introduced to.
The
I think they're
Exploder is like the douchebag.
yeah, and we're introduced
He's
to
like
this.
Starfire. He's got like Starfire's powers.
I don't think so, but
Okay.
he kind of just blows stuff up.
Keep
But
going.
they're called the Teen Team, which is a nice little nod to the Teen Titans. But it was something like that. And so Mark
Dude,
finds
I
out.
thought it was team.
No, it's
Like
Teen
I was
Team.
like, what a weird. The team. It's like the team that the team, I guess. Okay, but okay, keep going.
But yeah, it sets up Mark potentially having another love interest. And also he finds out that they go to the same school, and she gives a really good explanation about how people kind of don't know with the secret
Yeah.
identities. Where she was like, you don't want to see, people don't want to see me as whatever her freaking name is, as the superhero because they just don't want to see it. They just don't. They have no
Mhm.
reason to see that, and you can see it now because you have a reason to see that. But it's a good explanation, and he meets the team, and is kind of hanging out with them, and they're like, oh yeah, and Rex is making fun of him. He's like, oh yeah, you ran away from last battle, because he ran away to save this old lady, and he kind of froze, because it was like it kind of got real for him right there, where he like
Yeah.
they
He
shot him
didn't
out of the
see anyone
sky,
die yet.
and he like scraped her body against the ground, and like her bones were broken, and he was like, oh god, and obviously
Yeah.
the Guardians of the Globe are dead, and Ultra and Omni Man is injured, so they can't defend the planet from the invaders. So the team, and them Invincible has to do it. So they set up the whole thing at the school, and then the aliens come back, and they're like, the team is getting crushed because they develop new technology, right? They're just getting obliterated, and Mark is kind of holding his own a little bit. He gets like really mad and sees Eve getting hurt, and then he just goes ham and starts screaming
Yeah.
and ripping everybody apart and kicking everybody's
Like
butt.
he was holding himself back. Like he really
Yeah,
had way more power than he really thought he did.
yeah, and that was also another thing that that kind of hints at um, Mark potentially being like his father. His father is stronger than all the members of the Guardians of the
Yeah,
Globe.
just as powerful.
Mark
Yeah.
is close to as powerful as his dad, and it also sets up that Mark. I mean, I don't know if he could take them all, the team at the same time, just because he doesn't know his powers. But like, if he got a better understanding of his powers, he'd be just as powerful as his dad. It really sets up
Exactly. Yeah.
Mark being that much
The
ahead of his
robot says
peers.
that too. In
Right,
episode 3, he says like, despite your name, you underestimate yourself. You know.
right, and so it sets that up, and the government dude, he's like, "Yo, you know what, robot, you're doing a good. You think you're doing a good job? You ain't doing nothing." And then the aliens come back again, and this time the team and Mark is getting overwhelmed. Mark is getting beaten to a pulp, man. He's getting obliterated, and then obviously Omni Man is healed up, and he comes in, saves the day, and kind of chases them into the portal. Mark reveals to the team that Omni Man is his father, and Omni Man chases them into the portal, and he goes and Mark.
That was some. I was thinking like, why not follow them through the portal?
Well,
Because it's like fuck them. Like
the problem was that the team, if you remember, especially the first time, they were each time the team was getting their butt handed to them. So like, what are they gonna do? Go to their planet
oh,
and
I
then
see.
just get clapped? They don't. It like if they wait,
Okay, that's true. That's a good
yeah,
point.
just go to their planet where they probably potentially have more reinforcements, and then lose anyway.
Similarly, they're gonna have. They should have defense. Yeah, they should have a defense there in case
Right.
they come through the portal if they're
And
worth their salt.
yep, and then Omni Man goes in there, and Mark's mom is like, "Oh yeah, he'll be back by dinner," and she's not really worried about it because she's not worried if she doesn't see him hurt. She's like, "Oh yeah, he'll be all right." And he goes in there and he's like,
Dude,
"You misunderstand. Earth
he
isn't."
genocides them.
Yeah, he's like, because she thinks she's probably gonna have like a conversation like a Superman, Hey guys, don't do that.
I
And
thought.
and she,
I thought because I was wondering, did she mean that literally, or was she being like tongue in cheek, like, oh yeah, he's gonna have a good talk to him? I thought maybe she knew that he was just gonna murder them all.
I don't know that I don't believe that she, based on some other stuff, but I don't think that she meant it that way. Also because I don't think she really sees her husband in that way of like, yeah, I'm just gonna genocide a whole people, and um,
Yeah, because
I don't think she
he just
sees him in that
he
light.
spends weeks destroying their planet because his beard goes out.
Well, he
So
doesn't
it's
really
like at
spend
least a
weeks.
week.
No, he spends like a day. Remember, he comes back that same day. Remember, time works differently in their dimension.
No, no, but he exactly. So, but in their dimension, it was a week. He experienced it as a week.
Oh yeah, he experienced it as a week. Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant like literally.
Yeah, so
It
it
was
was
like a
a
couple
oh, no,
hours.
no, but like,
It was a
well,
couple of
time is relative. So
yeah. I mean, for us,
there
it was a
was a
couple.
week,
Yeah, but okay, I know
or
what you meant.
maybe even a
But
month,
whatever. Who it doesn't. I don't think that's really
killing
relevant.
people the whole time.
Um, yeah, yeah. I think
Well, I think it's important. I think
I mean, well, distinction between probably like a week. I
character
don't know.
moment.
I feel. I mean, I'm talking about the distinction between it being a month and it being
I mean,
a week. I don't think that part
oh yeah,
particularly
that matters.
matters. But
Okay, yeah.
him, like, yeah, him going there and murdering all those people absolutely is important to the story. And the part that he said too, where he was like, what do you say? This you misunderstand. Earth isn't yours to conquer. Um, and then he just
Yeah,
genocides them all, just completely eradicates them, like flying around from. I think about it like our planet, like somebody's doing that from that perspective, and it's like he's like flying around like whatever their version of New York, their version of like Hong Kong, all around their world, like
Yeah.
destroying cities and cities, and then destroying like their space stations and stuff. So there's like nobody left. And then they open a portal so they can try to
But
escape. And he crushes the last couple
no,
of ones, and then he flies out. Or then maybe they open a portal so he can leave.
I thought. Yeah, I thought he said, "I'm gonna kill you unless you do this," because it looked like he was threatening them, and then he just kills them anyway. So I
Maybe
don't know
I
if
don't
like
know.
they knew it. They were like, "We'll leave this torture. Like our species is now extinct. Maybe we'll be freed from this through death," or if they just thought they were gonna get away with it.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Either
I feel
way,
like,
he killed
but
them. Um, I think, yeah, that might be a better way of thinking about it. But um, what was I about to say? I kind of lost track. Oh yeah, he kills them all.
but
Then he
so
comes back.
that kind of supports my theory. The Because I never really noticed that before. What he said, "You Earth is not yours to conquer," because I think that he's setting up because he thinks of Earth like, "Oh, we're gonna conquer it." So that supports my hypothesis, um, that he's trying to make sure keep the conditions ripe, such that Earth doesn't get too strong and they're still dependent on him, and the other planets are probably doing that too. That's my yeah.
Oh, I have no
Um,
hypothesis, unfortunately.
yeah, because dude, I love the part with the guy who came. Okay, so it's like, um, I think it's after this, like maybe it's a few minutes afterwards, or the episode afterwards. But the government guy, like it's like Nick Fury, comes to Omni Man's house, and he says, "Hey, there's this guy threatening Earth. We
Oh
need you,
yeah, yeah,
Omni
yeah.
Man."
He's
And
like he's
like
back. Yeah,
the wife is like, "No, you just got out of the hospital." And he's like, and Mark's like, "Well, how like what's going on?" And then he's like, "Yeah, let Mark take him. He's not that tough." He's like, "What do you mean?" "Well, he's in space." He's like, "How do you breathe in space?" He's like, "You don't." And he's like, "Okay." So he flies up there and he fights like this one-eyed guy,
oh,
and like he's
that's
like
my boy, Alan the alien.
on the alien, and
That's
like
one of my favorite
he's
characters,
fighting
by the
him.
way.
Then he's like, "Stop, stop!" And he's like, "So you used your timeout?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And so he says that he's like from this international organization that's designed
Yeah, the coalition of
there's
planets.
in there's like this in our in on Earth, it's like a thing to penetration testing,
Yeah.
where you hire someone to try and get in your office. It's like that's what he does, but they like try to threaten the planet to see if like the planet's higher than threaten the planet to see if like their heroes are strong enough. And he was like, "What do you mean? Like we didn't hire you?" And he's like, "What do you? I got a contract here that says Uath hired us." He's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's
Just how mundane like these things are to these people.
yeah,
It's how
yeah,
it's normal. Like,
yeah. That's my guy, Alan. I
Uath.
love Alan the alien. I mean, I'm sorry. I you're gonna see a little bit more of him. It's just a, I like it. It's just like a job
I
to him.
figured they were setting something up.
It's not like a
I figured that
yeah. He just comes back.
like I figured they were setting up like a UN thing, like the international or the
The coalition of
Organization
planets.
of Planets or whatever.
Yeah. Um,
Coalition of Planets.
but yeah, I like
And then
that was one of my favorite parts too. I was really waiting for that part to see Alan the alien. I just love that dude.
I had no idea. I was like, "What? Like this is so weird." And then he's like, he pulls up like the moon rock so that they could on the moon so they could like sit next to each other and talk. And he's like, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I have no idea what's happening right
Yeah,
now.
I also liked how Alan couldn't tell that like that wasn't Omni Man. Like he was like, "Hey man,
Oh
did you
yeah,
shave your
that's true.
mustache?" He should have been like, "Hey man, why are you like a foot shorter and like 100 pounds lighter?"
I
Or
think he
be
was
like,
just like, "Oh yeah, he's a human. Same.
"Yeah,
Seen one human, you seen them all."
yeah, yeah. You seen one? You seen them all? They all look the same." Uh,
Like
I like the detective dude too. Um,
they got two eyes.
yeah,
They're kind of small. I don't know. Like, okay,
yeah,
sorry, the detective guy. Oh,
yeah,
the demon.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought he looked kind of like Hellboy. I like how like weird he is.
yeah.
Like
I like that
how he
he
just
doesn't
shows up.
have a really good like reason to be doing this other than he just wants to escape hell. So he's just doing it for that
Yeah.
reason only. But that drives him to be a better detective. and not phone it in because he's just like, I have no like the best motivation is trying to save your own life, and he's like, I'm just trying to save my own life. Um, I don't really care
And also, he's
about
not beholden to anyone.
yeah
So there's no like. I think that because it's kind of implied that the demon guy and like the government, like some of the guys in the government who are investigating
right
the murders, they kind of like heavily suspect Omni Man. They're like, okay, like you made it out alive, like you're just not really that bothered about it. Like you're obviously a prime suspect, but they can't come out and say that. The demon kind of heavily implies it. Like he said, hopefully someday you'll know why I try to escape hell or something.
yeah
It's implying, of
he
course, that
implies it
he
a lot.
wants them to go to hell.
I thought he
Yeah.
outright stated it to the government guy because the government he said something to him and then he was like don't ever
He
tell
said,
me your foolish ideas ever again.
so
Um,
he said 7 men die, 1 man walks out. It's not hard to figure out. He said something like that.
yeah, exactly. So he pretty much already knows that Omni Man did it, but obviously nobody's
He's,
willing to believe him. Um,
yeah. He was like, he asked Omni Man, he was like, so what happened? He's like, well, the lights went out and then, we all got, I remember getting beat up and I woke up in the hospital. He's like, uh huh.
yeah,
it
I like how he told his wife too
was
that
kind of like that.
his answers were unsatisfactory.
Unsatisfied. I like how his English is like kind of broken too.
Yeah,
Like he speaks demon or something.
and that his like he was talking about how he doesn't understand like human what did he say? Kind of like he doesn't
Love or
like
something.
etiquette or something like that. Like he doesn't know like when it's the wrong time to say something. He'll just say he kind of
That
like
makes sense
he
too.
speaks
Like,
very bluntly. I like that.
why are you so ugly or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
How
we
damn you.
and then we didn't talk about how Robot had to set up the new Guardians of the Globe and
Which
Robot's
I thought that was really cool.
yeah. I mean, well, who
I
else is
like Robot.
yeah, I kind of like him a little bit, but and then we also saw that he was doing something a little sinister as well. Um,
Maybe I didn't catch it.
and remember in the prison escape, um, with the yeah,
Oh,
he's the one that freed them. He was like watching it happen,
oh,
and he was like pressing all the
oh.
buttons
Okay,
and
I was
stuff.
putting on my clothes. Maybe I didn't watch that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he freed the.
Maybe he wants to test. Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't know if he'd
I
let it
remember
go that
saying, "Oh,
far.
there's a benefactor," but
Yeah, I don't think he'd let it because he came like we're watching the view of the benefactor, and then the military dude came in, and then the guy steps out of the shadows and it's Robot.
oh, I see.
Robot Man or whatever his name is. I think it's just Robot because Robot Man is in Doom Patrol.
I wonder. Okay, so I guess you probably already know, but
I might
I
not.
feel
I
like
don't
that
remember a lot.
either. What if Robot Man is somehow in on it? What? Okay, I don't know. Like he's trying to set it up for the invasion too. He's like, I don't think that's the real case. Like it's a Skynet thing. Like he wants to control it. Maybe he's like genocidal. Like he hates humans. That wouldn't exactly make sense. But I like the part where so it's like there's this hero on the Defenders of the Globe, and she turns into like this.
Oh, Monster Girl.
What's that green guy in Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, Piccolo.
Yeah, she kind of turns into something. This guy that looks kind of like Piccolo, like a huge Piccolo or something. And every time she becomes younger, so she looks like this like 8-year-old girl or something.
Yeah, but she's like
And
however year old woman.
28.
Yeah, I remember she
Something.
said she was like I used to be Monster Woman, but got too hard to explain this
Didn't
whole
make
situation.
yeah. That kind of reminds me of this thing where like this meme I saw where it's like this. It was like this adult like holding hands like with this like 8-year-old girl, and like this cop was like, "Stop, pedophile!" And then the guy was like, "Oh, don't worry. Like my girlfriend's actually 1,000 years old." He's like, "I know," and he arrests like the girl. He's like, "Stay safe, kid." But she says like it's so annoying how people always see me for just how I appear, not who I am inside. And then Robot says like, I know. And then she's like, how would you know? You're just a robot, and just walks away.
Yeah.
It's like, what an idiot. But so I wonder what's going on there. I'm sure they're setting something up later with
Oh yeah.
freeing the the clone and the his sort of like he's not really understood. I feel like he's gonna betray them and become a supervillain or something.
Oh, I
I
forgot
kind of
one
like how
more.
they establish how. Sorry.
Um, I'll just mention this one thing because it's something you didn't bring up. Something I want to make sure I bring up because I don't know if a lot of people caught it. But you remember when they were getting the bodies of all the heroes that Omni Man killed? Um,
Mm-hmm.
when they put that little metal thing on Immortal's body and it just like started getting up and running. I don't know, something
Yeah,
going on there.
yeah, that was
I
weird.
can't.
It was like,
Um,
yeah.
nah, I'm not just saying that to be like set you up for anything and walk you into anything. I kind of don't really remember what the deal is. I kind of do. I think I do, but I'm not too sure if I'm right.
I think he's gonna
So
be revived.
he might be, and I can finally say something about one of your theories. He might be. I actually don't really remember, so I
Yeah.
can't. This is all. I mean, that's kind of like I can't really remember that part. So, hey, he might be. I can finally say something.
Well,
Yeah, he might. He
if
might
you could
actually be.
reanimate him, then he might be able to solve the murder.
I think. But I think my guess is it's kind of a guess, kind of maybe piecing something together that I might remember. But like I said, I kind of don't remember. Um, I mean, they call him the immortal for some reason, so I guess he probably is gonna come back. That's my guess.
His body did kind of look like a robot. Maybe he's a cyborg,
Who, the immortal? No, they put
and
that.
he's immortal because,
I thought they put that metal thing
well, in
on.
the beginning.
What happened in the beginning?
So in the beginning of the first episode, he's got his clothes. His body looks kind of robotic. Maybe he's the immortal because he's got all these. He's a cyborg, so he doesn't. So
I
he
don't know
doesn't
what
age
you. Where did
like
he
normal
look
people do.
robotic? He just looks like a dude.
What? Let me pull it up.
I'm not. I'm not following. Um,
Me.
don't look up the immortal, please. Though it's gonna be like, oh, this. Every time I look up something about characters and
Oh
like anime and stuff, it'll be like, oh yeah, this death and this death and this death.
no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I was just gonna pull up the episode.
Okay, I was
Um,
like, please,
yeah.
please don't do that.
Okay, let's see. Pull it up. Come on, load. Getting real close to the mic.
I don't think he.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm pretty sure he's not a robot. Well, no, I don't think he's a robot because Omni Man punched like a hole through his chest. Unless his like,
Oh yeah, that's
unless his
fair.
like chest is like for some reason still flesh and bone, and then like some parts of him are robot.
Well, I thought he might have been a cyborg, but yeah, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on with this. Like the character in the beginning, the guy with his kid, and they go to London. I'm just trying to like, what's
Who?
that?
What?
Just seems
Oh,
kind of like,
yeah. It seems like they're setting something up with him. I keep thinking every time that he's just gonna die. with the, but
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that he was just gonna like get killed in on the White House lawn or something.
yeah, but I'm glad he didn't. But
Uh, so what happens after what we were just talking about? What happens in episode 3? Did we cover everything?
we covered some stuff in episode 3. We started it. So we figured out that robot freed the prisoners, the two clone dudes.
Yeah.
We found out that they were listening in on Omni Man, in Omni Man's house. I'm just gonna call him Nolan. I'm gonna stop calling him Omni Man unless he's like in costume. They're spying in on Nolan's house, or maybe I'll just say Mark's house. It's Mark's the main character. Yeah, Mark's house. The
Yeah.
Grayson household. They're spying on the Grayson household, trying to figure out clues. And the demon guy comes and talks to, um, I forget the mom's name.
Mom.
Mom Grayson, and she's like, yeah, of course I don't know anything.
Mom Grayson.
Why would he talk to me about that? And then, God dang it, I just had. Oh yeah, they fight that. So Mark's having a study date with Amber. He finally got her number, um, and he has to go be, do superhero stuff in like, what they say, wherever Mount Rushmore is in, like North Dakota,
South Dakota.
South Dakota. So like, yeah, you and Eve got to go to South Dakota. The original Guardians of the Globe are dead. Um, the new Guardians of the Globe are a mess. and Omni Man is in. He was fighting a kaiju. Um, so he couldn't do it, so he had to go abandon her to
Which is
go.
like the Kraken. Is that what that is?
No, a kaiju. They're just like big monsters. Godzilla is like the most popular kaiju. It's like a I
Oh,
think
I
it's like
see.
a Japanese word. Um,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then he goes there, and it's kind of like it kind of seems like that he's vaguely interested in Ashley, who's the
Eve.
chick he was spending time with
Oh,
there,
Amber.
but
Amber.
like he's more interested in okay, and Amber, and no,
No, I
Ashley. Ashley is the black woman.
nope. I'm totally right. It's Amber.
Well, last name was Bennett. I remember that, but
But no, I was saying the whole Amber thing because I said Eve when you were talking about the black chick, so I was wrong the first time.
okay. So Amber is the black chick. Eve is the redhead.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So he was hanging out with Amber, and like then he goes to Eve, and it's like he's excited to go see if Eve is there, but he's still kind of into Amber. Which honestly, I don't even think Eve is like. I think Amber's significantly more attractive than Eve, just on like a personality basis. I mean, everyone
I
looks vaguely physically attractive. It's a show, but
I guess, but we don't really know much about Eve except for that her and
that's true.
Mark go to the same high school because we don't really get a lot, and that she got cheated on by Rex Exploder and no, not Multi, whatever her name is, Duplicate.
Duplicate,
Yeah,
duplicate.
so that's all we really know about her. Um, it'll be interesting to see more of her, more of the other characters. But yeah, they go stop that old dude, and I like how they give like kind of realistic explanations for their powers. Like when he's using his little seismic bracelets, he gets like a little concussion every time he's using them. So it's like they're like, "What does
So
he
he
want?"
went crazy.
Yeah, they're like, "What does he want?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're pretty sure he doesn't even know that." Which is it's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
and I thought it was kind of interesting how like he made a ravine, and then he falls into the lava where he was gonna fall into the lava,
mhm.
and like they tried to save him, but like they couldn't. They just kind of flew out. They're like, well,
Well, it wasn't like
he's
they.
dead.
Well, it wasn't like they couldn't. Um, Mark grabbed him, and then the dude was like, "Yeah, no," and then he did like his little powers, and then I think he shot it at the lava so it would like flow up. And Mark was like, "Well, if it's you or me, it's gonna be me." And
Yeah,
well, he forced Mark to let go anyway. So it's like I'm not gonna
that's
go
true.
fly into lava and save you. So they just both leave.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I feel like he could have tried. I feel like that Superman. I guess Superman knows the limits of his powers,
Not
but
not necessarily. I mean,
I feel like
Superman. If he the Superman had no powers, he'd jump in lava to save somebody.
okay,
Um,
that's true. Okay, but like I don't know if Invincible can actually survive lava, but like he didn't seem like he even like thought maybe I should risk it for this guy. He was just like, yeah, well, whatever, I'm out of here.
I think
If this
that
guy really wants to die,
I
really
think
wants to die.
superheroing in their world is different too. It's like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
a
That's the
villain
point.
just
Yeah, that's what I was
dies,
trying to
it's
get at.
like, oh, it's not like I broke my one rule. It's like, oh, dang, they're not like killing people, but they're like, I mean, if they just died, it's like, oh well, another villain's dead. Oh well, I'm gonna go home and chill, go watch
Yeah,
some TV. That's no,
on TV.
no skin off my teeth. I don't care. I mean, I don't care, but it's
I don't
not
know how
like they're not gonna be
realistic that
sad.
is because like when people kill people, like when police and soldiers kill people, even when it's like obviously justified, oftentimes they still kind of feel bad.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It seemed like that, but I guess we probably don't want to get that kind of things in our books. So
but I
okay,
believe.
so after that,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go no, go ahead.
So after that, he goes back to his house and hangs out with Amber, and like
Claps your cheeks.
they make out. I never thought. I guess maybe they have sex, but
Well, it looks like they're
I,
about to
I don't know. I mean,
When
a
Eve
high
flies through.
school study date turns into just fucking. Like,
Well, I mean, she
I
was
mean,
already pretty into him. I think. I mean, I don't think it's out of
yeah.
the realm of possibility. I mean, I certainly. I don't actually don't think
She
it's out of the
so,
realm of
I
possibility.
said she was in the fourth wave feminism, so I doubt she'd have any gripes of she wouldn't be like, oh, I want to save myself or anything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I think. Yeah, I think that was kind of. Well, she said she did all the questions anyway, so I'm pretty sure that she was like, that was kind of. No, I might be thinking about a different show. No. I'm pretty sure it's that one. She said she did all
No,
the
no, you're
questions.
right. You're right. She said she
Yeah,
did all the questions.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that was her intention anyway. Um, I think that was her intention the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Because she was like, I did all the questions.
Damon.
So I mean, it's they have no they. I mean, they could have like watched TV or something, but it's like she's obviously like not there to study. If you know what I'm saying, she
Yeah.
she's not there to study. She's
Well,
there to
I thought that she's there to get,
bust a nut.
to get, but oh yeah, I was trying to think of something to say. I was like, she was there to get some banana, get her potassium. She's ready to get some protein. Um, but so like Eve is like oh boy, will explosion or something? Will explode?
Rex
Tries to
exploded.
make it up with Eve, and she's like nope, and she like goes. I was thinking she goes to Invincible's house. First, I was like, was she trying to get some? But then
Yeah,
I was like, maybe she was just like hurt and she wanted to get advice.
yeah,
But she seems like she's vaguely disappointed by seeing that he's making out with her. So I think that she saw him as like a potential suitor. But also at the same time, it's like she says, "Oh, well, good for you." But it was kind of like one of those "good for you," like when your friend wins the lottery or something. Be like, "Good for you."
I wish it was
Real
me.
happy for you. Yeah. So, and also it's like I don't know if have you ever had like a bad breakup and then like your friend's relationship is doing great? It is kind of like bittersweet. Like I'm
Yeah,
happy you're having fun, dude.
yeah, but I'm over
And
here.
I think that was probably that.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like it's something like that. But I think it's more along the lines that she also was. I think it's not. I think it's pretty obvious that she is also really into Mark. I
Yeah.
think that was part of the reason why Rex cheated or was so fast to cheat was what because
Yeah.
he said he was you could tell he was really jealous of Mark being so swagged out and so awesome and he's just wearing that lame costume and he just explodes stuff sometimes. Oh my god, I can't. All right,
Yeah, I think it's just like yeah.
go ahead. I was thinking about
I
the
think it's
monster
just
girl
like he's
scene.
very honorable
Yeah. Well, I don't even think it's
and he's
that.
got a good moral. I think a
I
lot of
don't. I don't.
people respect that, honestly. If you
I
ever.
don't even know if it's that. I think it's just that Mark. He thinks that Mark is one trying to steal his girl because they go to the same high school and because he was like, you know who didn't get to go to high school? Me. um.
He was just really insecure and he's just
Yeah,
like
I think
looking
it's
out
more of an
for other
insecurity
people.
thing. I don't think it's like a thing about him being like, oh, he's honorable and I suck, so I'm gonna cheat on my girlfriend.
No, no, I mean
Uh.
like I think that's why the women were attracted to him.
Oh well, I'm
That's
sure
why it
it's
was
also
good.
that he's pretty, good looking. I'm sure that
Yeah.
has um yeah, I guess it's
Honestly,
yeah, I think the
I
honor
don't even know that's that important. Sorry, keep going.
I think that's absolutely important. Um but I do think that's what Amber said as well. That she she's like she's had guys throw punches for her, but she's never had a guy like take a punch for her.
Take punches.
Um
Yeah.
which by the way, Mark is a better man than me. Um I mean, I don't know. I mean, what was the bully going
Would
for?
you just have like punched your arm through the guy's skull?
No. Wait, what was the bully doing to her? What exactly was he doing?
He was like sexually harassing her.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I probably would have
Well, he
stepped.
punched her. Well, he was sexually harassing her. Mark confronts him, and then he like kicks his ass, and then Mark gets his powers, and
No,
then like
no, I was
the
talking about.
bully comes to.
I was just asking what
Sorry.
what he did to the girl. I didn't ask what he did to Mark.
Oh, I see.
Um,
I'm sorry. But I mean, like, I don't know, like, if you were in that spot and like it didn't hurt you at all when this guy punched you, would you still? I mean, you could just sew him up by just being like, "I don't care, you punched me." You would wait. You saying that you would actually just like bitch slap this guy?
no, I was talking about I wouldn't have saved her, but I forgot what the guy was doing. That's what I was
Oh,
asking. So
I see.
I probably
I
would
thought
have
you were talking
stepped
about the
in.
second time.
Yeah, I probably would have stepped in too. If he was just being mean to her, then I would have been like, I don't care. But obviously, he's like
Yeah.
sexually assaulting her, so it's like not assaulting her, but about to get to that point.
I don't know. Yeah, he was getting kind of rapey. I don't know. Did he
Yeah,
think it's like
I don't.
don't walk away from me? That's like
Yeah. At that point, it's like
that's a whole other level.
yeah. At
Like
that
that's
point,
rapey. That's like
yeah. At that point, you gotta. I mean, I think most men would probably step in at that point.
yeah.
Most anybody would step in at that point, rather. Um,
Like the oh, what are you a lesbian? Like that's messed up. Like that's messed up.
yeah. I
But I
mean,
don't think that you need any
yeah.
outside help.
Um, Man, like I hate when people say that. Like, I see this a lot when not a lot, but a lot of times at my school when people would use that insult when they people don't want to go out with them. Like, I've rejected a girl one time. And she's like, "What are you, gay?" It's like, I just have to be gay or not. What if I'm just not attracted to you? Like, it's
Exactly.
like you
It's like
it's like some
you're so
people,
arrogant. Like
yeah, you think you're so good that like if everybody's not attracted to you, they're just not attracted to that sex. No, you're just not. We're just not attracted to you. And I dodged a bullet now that you said that. But yeah, I probably would have stepped in. But with the whole punching thing, I definitely think Mark's a better man than me. I probably would have just picked him up. I just would have been like, boom, pick him up, but like, hey, bro,
okay, that
you
would have
better
been
stop.
yeah.
I mean,
That
obviously,
wouldn't have been bad.
I've
You
seen,
might have showed your hand though. People might be like, "This guy is
yeah,
real
maybe,
strong."
yeah, maybe I would have like, I don't know, I don't know, maybe. I think what Mark did was the right move, but I don't think that it was, it probably wouldn't have been what I would have done. Oh, also, they missed they missed something from the comics. The one thing I do remember, how Mark got his name was in the confrontation with the bully after he let him hit him a couple times and nothing happened. He was like, the principal. It was really corny. So I mean, I think the way he got the name was from his dad, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, you're not invincible," oh, something like that. I don't know, but the principal was like, "Mark, you gotta stop doing this stuff. You're not invincible." And he's like, "Yeah, I am." I was like, "Oh my god, dude."
That is
uh,
pretty funny.
yeah, I liked
Um,
it. He didn't say "yeah, I am," but like he kind of had like a grin on his face, like, "Yeah, I got it. This is my name. I'm invincible." But I liked how they had the nod to the
I think.
comics with the outfit thing with the Taylor dude
Uh,
with the orange and yellow outfit. I love that outfit. I know he didn't wear it, but it was a cool one.
oh, in the comics, did he wear that at first or something?
No. It went the same way in there, but
Uh,
I will say that that's not the last time we're going to see that outfit on
well,
somebody. We haven't met that person yet,
I
but
think the Immortal's gonna wear it.
I think the Immortal's gonna wear Eve's outfit
Must-
actually. Ugh. That'd actually be pretty funny to see. It's this big hulking. It has
Um,
to be her exact one though, so he can like, it's like ripping out of it.
it's
Um,
like this is the only. Sorry, Immortal. This is the only one we have.
like this big hulking dude wearing this like teenage
You
girl
got like his
superhero
meat
outfit,
out.
flapping
You
about.
know, like for guys making a turn, you can almost always see their dick and stuff. It's
Yeah,
like it's there. Like okay, like
but
didn't need to see that.
pretty sure we're not missing anything, right? I mean, obviously Omni Man when he beat the kaiju. By the way, I mean he's Omni Man.
Yeah, I like how he brought back some of the like he accidentally had some on his cape.
Yeah,
That was pretty funny. Like it just shows how little he gives a fuck.
yeah. I really like Omni Man. Um,
I like him a lot. I I like how he's almost kind of Machiavellian. I like how he's like he doesn't want to be a part of a team. He's like I'm an individual.
um, doesn't that kind of play into your theory though? He also doesn't want Mark to
Oh
be a
yeah, it
part of.
does.
He doesn't want Mark to be a part of a team either.
And he told him, he said, remember, you're not you're, what's his people's name again?
A Viltrumite.
It's remember, you're a Viltrumite. In Viltrumites, we have different responsibilities than humans. And that was like, I think he was trying to say, like, remember where your loyalties are. Like, you're not from here, dude. You're one of us. I think that was what he was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Of
Um,
yeah, it's like, yeah. You
that's
know what? I think that is xenophobic. He's just an immigrant trying to make his way in a foreign land, and they just think, oh, wait, he can never assimilate. He'll never be one of us. That's the
oh wow.
that's the real story behind this comic.
The xenophobia. I'm sure somebody probably wrote that article already.
Yeah. Well, actually, maybe it's not because I'm pretty sure it's Invincible's gonna fight his dad. Like his dad is gonna go through with the plan somehow. Invincible's gonna fight his dad and save the world or something. And I guess that would be like, oh, he can assimilate. But, all right. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
Um, all I gotta say is just this is just the beginning, just the first arc too. I mean, it only gets bigger and better from here. Obviously, if they um do some stuff. I do want to point out that I rather like this adaptation of Invincible. They had to change some stuff, obviously, and they changed quite a bit, but I think it works. It goes into how I say that because I have this conversation a lot that you can modernize um like when they're talking about modernizing characters and they don't need to be the exact same from the comics, which is true, except you don't need to modernize the characters. You just need to modernize the world around them, and then kind of change the character, tweak them a little bit to fit that world, obviously. But
Hmm.
I think this does a great job of that. It changes some stuff up because
When was
just
it first written?
I can't even remember, but I don't. It. I mean, I don't remember when it was first written, but I was pretty late. I think I was pretty late, and the first volume was out when we were in middle school. So, um, this is this is
So at least 10, 20 years ago.
maybe not that long ago. We were in middle school 10 years ago. Yeah, I was like eighth grade. Let me see, Invincible. Uh,
Okay, that was like 7 years ago, eight,
yeah,
eight
yeah, yeah.
years ago or some shit.
Yeah, so the world was a lot different of a
No, probably
place.
more like six.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more.
Like, yeah, like
More
cell
different of a
phones and
place.
stuff.
Yeah, but they did a good job of modernizing everything without changing the characters. That's all I had to say.
All right.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. A little Truman Show for you. Hey, if you all enjoyed that clip, make sure to check us out on Twitch at Elitist Pizza Podcast. I'll see you guys there.
What are you doing? Not being subscribed to the Elitist Pizza Podcast on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube? Do it. Now. Give us money.